The Carnival Conquest, a ship with a unique layout, generally short sailings, and an artsy theme.
Did our first Carnival cruise provide a party or leave us unimpressed? Find out today on This Happy Place.
Hi friends, I'm Jake.
And I'm Taylor.
And we're here. We're at the end of our Carnival Conquest series. If you haven't, go back and take a look at our vlog series to see everything that we experienced while we were on board. And if you're just here for the deets, that sweet, sweet info, we do have a tips and tricks video as well you can go back and take a look at.
But today, it's time for our review of the Carnival Conquest. Did we love it or did we hate it? Will we be sailing with Carnival again? Let's just jump right on into it.
Like usual, let's start with our dislikes. Now, caveat, we know that everybody's likes and dislikes are different. We try to keep ours accurate, factual, truthful, honest from our perspective so that you can go into your cruise with all the information.
That's the great thing about cruising. There are so many different cruise lines for so many different people. And just because we didn't like something on this particular ship doesn't mean that we don't like the cruise line as a whole, or that if you like it, then you're wrong. There's something in every ship for everyone, but we have 5 we didn't like.
And here they are, ruthlessly. The first one, and the most glaring issue for us, was the hygiene on this ship, on this particular sailing, was terrible. Especially in the buffet area, people were reusing cups, people were reusing their plates, they were taking half-eaten plates of food and setting them down on hand wash stations. They weren't using the hand wash stations, they were in bare feet. That was the guests. The tables themselves weren't really being bussed efficiently. Yeah. There would be multiple families worth of dirty plates stacked up on a table, and people walking by would have to make the decision of, do I sit next to this trash to eat my food, or do I keep on looking? That was really unfortunate. We have not experienced that on any other cruise line, let alone any other ship, but we did on this one.
Yeah, a lot of bare feet, a lot of reusing their cups at drink stations, and there are signs that say, hey, please don't do this, but it was not enforced at all. So I think that's a little bit on the guests and a little bit on the crew and the management to get that under control. All right, the second thing we really didn't like was just the general layout of the ship. The Conquest is older, 23 years, but there are so many places that you can't get there from here. That includes on deck 3, 4, and 5. There are a lot of times that you can't pass through the restaurant in the middle of the ship because there are people dining in it. And you have to go up 2 floors in order to get completely aft in order to get to the Monet restaurant, which is the one that most people are assigned dinner at. And then there's random stairways that lead to lounges, but sometimes those lounges are closed and you can't actually get through them. Really, really confusing. I think up in the upper floors too, in the adult only Serenity areas, that could get a little confusing. At the sports deck, we know it's an old ship. Maybe they were just designed a little bit differently, but we do have a full ship tour to give you an idea of what to look out for on your next sailing on the Conquest. If you want to check that out, it'll be linked down below. But we definitely recommend watching some of those, even if they aren't ours, because you will get lost. We did many times.
We got lost during our ship tour.
It's true.
This might seem a little picky, but it is based on our experience sailing on quite a few other cruise lines and quite a few other ships. On this particular ship, this particular sailing, the drink service at the pool area was very slow.
Yeah.
There were quite a few times that we waited 30 or more minutes for a drink after we had ordered it. If you want a drink while you're at the pool, it might be best to just walk down to the Iguana Bar or the Red Frog Rum Bar or one of the nearby bars, because you're probably going to get your drink much faster and get back to enjoying your time on the ship that much sooner rather than waiting for a drink that you ordered and hoping it comes to you.
And the fourth thing, and we're sorry to say it, but we saw one of the main shows in the theater and we saw 80s pop to the max, and it was lackluster. The singing was rough, the dancing was forced. good special effects. I liked what they did with the show. It just wasn't really that good.
There was nothing riveting about it. Nothing that made you kind of sit forward and go like, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just wasn't the wow factor. Wasn't there. And we love 80s music.
And by we, he means me. But yeah, I did a lot of like, ooh.
Ugh.
They were trying really hard. I'll give them that.
Last of our dislikes, and for some this may be a more important issue than others, there was a smell. Especially on some of the lower decks.
Yeah.
Sometimes even outside when we were on the pool decks. I don't know how that was happening, but it was something between like rotting food, sewage, maybe.
That's what I got.
I don't know what was causing it or why it was so persistent, but you would just walk through waves of it.
Yeah.
Randomly. And then you wouldn't smell it again for the rest of the day. And then you'd walk through it again at some other point. It was odd, it was off-putting, and I've never experienced it on any other cruise.
Yeah, so there's all the bad stuff, and make sure you're subscribed.
It gets better, we promise.
Because we have some unique videos coming up from one of our favorite cruise lines that we've sailed on, and we can't wait to share those with you. Also, if you have sailed with Carnival, let us know in the comments down below. What are your favorite Carnival ships, and what do you like about Carnival? What keeps you going back to this cruise line? We want to hear from you. Okay, so dislikes out of the way, let's move on to the things we did like, because there were actually quite a few. And the first one is going to be the food overall. Other than in the buffet, which we, because of earlier stated reasons, pretty much avoided, the food was good and the options were great. We ate dinner one evening in the steakhouse. For the price, it was a really, really phenomenal meal. Anytime we had our dinners in the main dining room, we were in Monet. We enjoyed it, plus the service was really, really good.
Excellent.
And then there was Blue Iguana Cantina, there was Guy's Burger Joint, there was Place to Get Pizza, there was paid for sushi, there was paid for extra seafood, and everything we had was really, really good. Some of the better free food and some of the better paid for food that we've had on a lot of the cruise lines, and I was honestly surprised.
I was very surprised by the quality of the sushi that we got.
Yeah.
And now that is not complimentary.
Yeah.
But even for having paid for it on a cruise ship, I think we paid like $13 for an excellent sushi meal.
Yeah.
It was great. Second of our likes, we thought the boarding process and disembarkation process were both very efficient and very simple. Being able to pick your own time to disembark
That was so good.
was great, instead of just being given an arbitrary time regardless of when your flight might be or something like that. I think they do that process very well. That being said, if you are maybe up against a short time frame until your flight to get out, or you're trying to get off the ship particularly early, make sure you are sailing with a passport as your documentation, because the lines for people who are trying to disembark and go through customs with a birth certificate looked like they were hours long.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people.
And we walked right through with our passport.
Yeah, minutes.
That's one of the tips and tricks that we have over in our tips and tricks video. So if you want to get the most out of your Carnival cruise, make sure you check that one out too. It's also linked down below. All right, the third thing we really liked were actually the rooms. For this being an older ship, they were big. We were on deck 1. It wasn't anything fancy. We had an ocean view room, but it felt really roomy. There is still only one plug in the main room and then one in the bathroom for razors, but we're kind of used to that. That's kind of the last few cruises we've been on. That's in every room when you're sailing on these older ships. But our stateroom attendant was really great. He came pretty much first thing in the morning, always left us some towel animals, was done, the room was clean. And it was just nice, comfortable beds and really good pillows actually. Actually had some oomph to them. But all of that being said, it probably was because were down low on deck 1. Every night, only at night, we had this creaking sound that was in the window well. And it was not the loudest sound, but we could not sleep through it for a couple of nights.
It was the loudest creaking sound I've ever heard.
So bring earplugs, just in case.
Yeah. These are positives. They're positives, I swear. Entertainment. The onboard entertainment while we were on the ship, pretty much anything done by the fun squad or the
cruise director.
The cruise director,
Yeah.
even the hired musicians and things like that that were on board was super entertaining and very high quality. The Guess That Groove competition, hilarious. Such a great host. The Legends of Lido, what a party. That was such high energy and they did such a good job with that whole event. Blown away. That kind of stuff was excellent. And on the final night, there was a Motown style dance party audience participation type thing that was just so entertaining and it felt so good. It really made that carnival, we're all family here vibe feel genuine and caring, and that was really nice and one of the things that won us over for this whole cruise.
For sure. Okay, and our last like, which is actually kind of a carnival-wide thing, was we were super impressed by the app. It was incredibly functional. You could book things right through it. It never crashed. You could view your photos on it if you had any professional photos taken. You could reserve times to go to breakfast in the main dining room. You could reserve your disembarkation time.
And it was very intuitive. It felt to me like where things should be is where they were.
And it was so easy to get to the deck plans. Sometimes you have to search through these apps just to find a look at the ship.
Where's the closest bathroom to me?
Yeah.
It was very well done app. Actually, I would say the closest app like it that I have used is the My Disney Parks app.
Yeah, it felt similar to that.
It was very much like that.
And we had an internet package and had zero issues with it. It was fast, it worked, and yeah, no complaints about the connectivity and the app on the Carnival Conquest.
So, there you have it. Was the Carnival Conquest our favorite ship that we've ever sailed on? Definitely not. There were lots of things that we did like, and I would be willing to try another Carnival cruise on a different ship, different sailing perhaps. There were lots of things that gave us reasons to come back, but there were some lacking areas as well.
I still think it is a good option for a quick 3 or 4 day Bahama cruise, especially if it's easy for you to get to Miami and for the price. It's a very cheap vacation.
Quite affordable. They do a good job of making it an approachable, affordable option. Yeah, which we appreciate.
And with all of that being said, thanks so much for watching. We hope this video has helped you. If you're just looking for more information about the Carnival Conquest, we have a bunch of more cruising content coming out in the next few weeks. We can't wait to share it with you. But until then, stay magical. Bye.
Whoop, whoop.
You do hi friend. Or no, we both do hi friends. What am I talking about? Oh my god, what is wrong with it?
Now that we've given you all this terrible shit, subscribe.
And what do you like about Carnival? What keeps you going back to this cruise line? We want to hear from you.
It's the smell, isn't it? The smell keeps you coming back, you sickos.
Oh, you're gross.
Yeah, yuck.
Plug, 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 plug.
Have you checked out our Amazon store? The trivia guest groove, so fun. Legend leader, blah, and motor. Okay. Thanks so much for watching.
Until then, stay magical.
I wasn't ready.
Sorry.